What if I told you that nutritional researchers have been quietly studying a simple seed that contains all the essential building blocks your muscles need to stay strong after 70? And what if this same seed, which you can find in most health food stores, offers a plant based protein profile that some studies suggest may be easier for aging bodies to digest than traditional animal proteins? I'm about to share nutritional information about a food source that many seniors have never considered for supporting their muscle health, yet it's been gaining attention in wellness communities for its impressive amino acid profile and digestibility. This isn't about replacing your current diet or making dramatic changes, but rather exploring how adding one simple food might support your overall strength and vitality. If you've been looking for ways to support your muscle health naturally, if you're curious about plant based protein options, or if you want to learn about foods that aging nutrition experts are beginning to discuss more frequently, what I'm sharing today might offer some valuable insights for your wellness journey. But before we continue, I need to address something that might surprise you about protein absorption that could be affecting your strength right now, even if you think you're eating enough protein. This single factor could explain why some seniors seem to maintain their muscle mass effortlessly, while others struggle despite eating all the right foods. Before we continue, I want to be clear that the information I'm sharing today is educational and should never replace professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. I'm Dr. Eleanor Grace Whitford, and I've spent the last 18 years specializing in preventive and longevity medicine for patients over 50. After my medical training at Harvard Medical School and my specialization in internal medicine, I became particularly interested in how nutrition can support healthy aging and muscle maintenance as we get older. Throughout my practice, I've noticed that many seniors are concerned about maintaining their strength and independence. They often ask me about protein sources and whether they're getting adequate nutrition to support their muscles and bones. This led me to research various protein sources and their potential benefits for aging adults. What I discovered during my research into nutritional science for aging adults was both fascinating and concerning. The concerning part is that much of what we've been taught about protein needs for seniors is incomplete. The fascinating part is that there are simple, natural solutions that many people have never heard about. During my research into plant based proteins, I came across information about hemp hearts that I found particularly interesting from a nutritional standpoint. Hemp hearts are the hulled inner part of hemp seeds, and I want to clarify immediately that they contain no THC and are completely legal and safe to consume. Please give this video a like if you're interested in learning about nutritional options that might support your muscle health as you age, because what I'm about to share represents some fascinating developments in nutritional science for seniors. What makes hemp hearts particularly noteworthy is their complete amino acid profile. Unlike many plant proteins that are missing one or more essential amino acids, hemp hearts contain all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies need but cannot produce on their own. This makes them what nutritionists call a complete protein, similar to animal proteins but in plant form. For seniors who may be looking to diversify their protein sources or who have difficulty digesting large amounts of animal protein, this complete amino acid profile could be quite beneficial. Some nutritional research suggests that plant-based complete proteins may be gentler on aging digestive systems while still providing the building blocks muscles need. But here's what most people don't understand about protein and aging. And this information could change everything about how you think about your nutritional needs. Are you ready to learn something that might surprise you? Let me share what happened when I began discussing hemp hearts with some of my patients who were interested in exploring different protein options. Margaret, a 74-year-old patient, had been experiencing some digestive discomfort when trying to increase her protein intake with traditional sources. She was interested in plant-based alternatives that might be easier on her system. Margaret had tried everything her previous doctors recommended. She increased her chicken intake, added protein shakes, even tried expensive amino acid supplements. Despite consuming what appeared to be adequate protein, Margaret continued feeling weaker and noticed her clothes were getting looser as she was losing muscle mass. After consulting with her primary care physician, Margaret decided to try incorporating 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts into her daily routine. She found them easy to digest and appreciated that she could simply sprinkle them on salads or mix them into smoothies. Over several months, Margaret reported feeling satisfied with this addition to her nutrition plan. What surprised Margaret most was how much more energy she had throughout the day. She told me that for the first time in years, she didn't experience that afternoon fatigue that had been plaguing her. Margaret also noticed that her digestion felt more comfortable and she wasn't experiencing the bloating and discomfort that had accompanied her previous attempts to increase protein intake. But Margaret's story is just the beginning, because what I discovered about hemp hearts goes far beyond just protein content. What you're about to learn might explain why some traditional protein sources aren't working as well for you as they should. What's interesting about hemp hearts from a nutritional science perspective is not just their protein content, but also their additional nutrients that may support overall health. They contain omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acids in what researchers consider a favorable ratio, along with minerals like magnesium and iron that are important for muscle function. This combination of nutrients creates what nutritionists call a synergistic effect, where the various components work together to enhance absorption and utilization. This is particularly important for seniors whose nutritional needs become more complex as metabolism changes with age. The omega 3 fatty acids in hemp hearts may help reduce inflammation, which is crucial for seniors because chronic low level inflammation can interfere with muscle protein synthesis. Many people don't realize that inflammation can actually prevent your muscles from properly using the protein you consume, no matter how much you eat. Now, let me explain some important information about protein needs and digestion as we age that might help you understand why exploring different protein sources could be beneficial. This knowledge can help you make more informed decisions about your nutrition, and it might explain some challenges you've been experiencing. As we get older, several changes occur in our digestive system that can affect how well we process different foods. Our stomach produces less acid, and we may produce fewer digestive enzymes. This doesn't mean we can't digest protein effectively, but it might mean that some protein sources become easier to process than others. Additionally, as we age, our kidneys may become less efficient at processing the byproducts of protein metabolism. This is why some seniors find that eating large amounts of animal protein can make them feel sluggish or uncomfortable. Plant-based proteins like hemp hearts may produce fewer metabolic byproducts, making them easier for aging systems to handle. Some nutrition researchers have noted that smaller, more easily digestible protein sources might be beneficial for seniors who want to maintain adequate protein intake without digestive discomfort. This is where hemp hearts become particularly interesting, as they're often described as being gentle on the digestive system. But there's something else about hemp hearts that makes them uniquely suited for seniors, and this is where the science gets really interesting. Are you curious to know what sets them apart from other protein sources? You'll learn more about the practical aspects of incorporating hemp hearts into your routine shortly. But first, let me address some common questions I receive about plant-based proteins and muscle health in seniors. Many people wonder whether plant proteins can be as effective as animal proteins for supporting muscle health. Current nutritional research suggests that when plant proteins contain all essential amino acids, as hemp hearts do, they can be very effective for meeting protein needs. The key is ensuring adequate total protein intake from various sources throughout the day. What's particularly interesting about hemp hearts is their leucine content. Leucine is an amino acid that plays a crucial role in triggering muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds and repairs muscle tissue. Many plant proteins are lower in leucine than animal proteins, but hemp hearts contain significant amounts of this important amino acid. It's also worth noting that hemp hearts offer additional benefits beyond just protein. They're a source of healthy fats that may support heart health, and they contain fiber that can benefit digestive health. For seniors looking to optimize their overall nutrition, foods that provide multiple benefits can be particularly valuable. The fiber content in hemp hearts is especially beneficial for seniors, as many people in this age group struggle with digestive regularity. The soluble fiber in hemp hearts can help promote healthy gut bacteria, which in turn supports better nutrient absorption and immune function. Let me tell you about another patient experience that illustrates how hemp hearts might fit into a senior's wellness routine. Robert, a 76-year-old gentleman, was working with a nutritionist to diversify his protein sources. He was interested in foods that were both nutritious and convenient to prepare. Robert had been struggling with meal preparation since his wife passed away 2 years earlier. He found himself relying heavily on convenience foods and was concerned that his nutrition was suffering. When I mentioned hemp hearts to Robert, he was initially skeptical because he had never heard of them before. Robert found that hemp hearts were incredibly easy to incorporate into his existing meals. He would add them to his morning oatmeal, sprinkle them on soups at lunch, or mix them into yogurt for an afternoon snack. Robert appreciated that they had a mild, nutty flavor that didn't dramatically change the taste of his favorite foods. What Robert found most beneficial was how hemp hearts helped him reach his daily protein goals without having to prepare elaborate meals. At 1 tablespoon, hemp hearts provide approximately 10 grams of protein, making them a concentrated source that could easily supplement his other protein sources throughout the day. After 3 months of incorporating hemp hearts into his routine, Robert reported feeling more confident about his nutrition. He told me that knowing he was getting high quality protein from such a simple addition gave him peace of mind, especially on days when he didn't feel like cooking elaborate meals. But Robert's experience highlights an important consideration that many seniors face, and I want to address this because it might be affecting you too. What happens when cooking becomes more challenging, or when appetite changes make it harder to consume adequate nutrition? Now, let me share some practical information about hemp hearts that you might find useful if you decide to explore this option. This is what I call hemp hearts, a simple nutritional addition that you can easily implement if it seems right for your situation. The most straightforward way to include hemp hearts in your routine is to start with 1 tablespoon per day. You can sprinkle them on virtually any food, salads, soups, cereals, yogurt, or smoothies. They have a mild, nutty flavor that most people find pleasant and not overpowering. The timing of when you consume hemp hearts isn't as critical as consistency. Some people prefer adding them to breakfast to start their day with protein, while others like including them in lunch or dinner. The important thing is finding a routine that works for your lifestyle and preferences. One approach that many of my patients find helpful is to prepare several days' worth of hemp hearts in small containers, making it easy to grab the right amount when preparing meals. This removes any guesswork and helps ensure consistency in your nutrition routine. If you're interested in trying hemp hearts, you can find them in most health food stores, many grocery stores, and online. Look for organic, whole hemp hearts for the best quality. Store them in the refrigerator after opening to maintain freshness, as the healthy oils they contain can become rancid if left at room temperature for extended periods. When purchasing hemp hearts, you'll want to look for products that are stored in dark containers or packaging, as light can degrade the beneficial oils. Fresh hemp hearts should have a mild, nutty aroma and a slightly soft texture. If they smell harsh or taste bitter, they may be past their prime. If you're finding this nutritional information helpful and you'd like to stay updated on evidence-based wellness content for seniors, please consider subscribing and becoming a channel member. As a member, you'll get access to detailed nutrition guides, answers to common questions about healthy aging, and early access to new research I share about foods that may support vitality in our later years. Let me address some practical considerations that many seniors ask about when exploring new foods or supplements. If you have any food allergies, digestive sensitivities, or take medications, it's always wise to discuss new additions to your diet with your healthcare provider first. Hemp hearts are generally well tolerated by most people, but like any food, individual responses can vary. Some people might experience mild digestive changes when first introducing any new protein source. So, starting with smaller amounts and gradually increasing can be a sensible approach. It's also important to remember that hemp hearts are just one option among many for supporting your protein needs. A varied diet that includes multiple protein sources, whether plant based, animal based, or both, is typically the most beneficial approach for overall nutrition. For seniors who are taking blood thinning medications, it's particularly important to consult with healthcare providers before adding hemp hearts to your routine, as the omega-3 fatty acids they contain could potentially interact with certain medications. Now, let me share something that many nutrition experts are beginning to recognize about aging and protein needs that could revolutionize how you think about your diet. This information isn't widely known yet, but it could explain why traditional approaches to senior nutrition aren't working for everyone. Please give this video another, if you're planning to research hemp hearts further, and let me know in the comments what types of protein sources you currently include in your diet. Are you interested in exploring more plant based options, or do you prefer traditional animal proteins? Have you ever tried incorporating seeds or nuts into your meals for extra nutrition? Please share your experience in the comments below. I want to share one more example of how hemp hearts might fit into a comprehensive approach to healthy aging nutrition. Dorothy came to see me at age 79, interested in optimizing her nutrition to support her active lifestyle. She was already eating well, but wanted to explore whether there were additional foods that might benefit her overall health. Dorothy had always been health conscious, but she noticed that as she approached 80, maintaining her energy levels and muscle strength was becoming more challenging despite her good habits. She was looking for ways to fine tune her nutrition without making dramatic changes to her established routines. Dorothy decided to try hemp hearts as part of a broader approach to nutrition that included plenty of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and various protein sources. She found that adding hemp hearts to her meals helped her feel more satisfied and provided a convenient way to boost the protein content of lighter meals like salads or soups. What I appreciated about Dorothy's approach was that she viewed hemp hearts as one component of a balanced nutrition plan, rather than expecting any single food to dramatically transform her health. This realistic perspective led to sustainable changes that she could maintain long term. After several months of including hemp hearts in her routine, Dorothy reported feeling satisfied with her energy levels and overall sense of well being. While it's impossible to attribute these feelings to any single dietary change, Dorothy felt that hemp hearts were a valuable addition to her nutrition toolkit. Dorothy also mentioned that she appreciated the convenience factor. As someone who had always enjoyed cooking, she found that hemp hearts allowed her to boost the nutritional value of simple meals without requiring additional preparation time or complicated recipes. This illustrates an important principle about nutrition for healthy aging. No single food is a magic solution, but adding nutritious options like hemp hearts to an already balanced diet may provide cumulative benefits over time. The key is consistency and viewing nutrition as one component of overall wellness. But there's something else I want to share with you about hemp hearts that goes beyond just individual nutrition benefits. This has to do with how they might fit into broader dietary patterns that research suggests may support longevity and healthy aging. Many of the world's longest living populations consume diets that are rich in plant proteins, healthy fats, and anti inflammatory foods. Hemp hearts naturally fit into these dietary patterns, providing multiple beneficial nutrients in a single convenient food source. The Mediterranean diet, for example, emphasizes nuts, seeds, and plant proteins alongside moderate amounts of animal protein. Hemp hearts could easily be incorporated into a Mediterranean style eating pattern, adding protein and healthy fats while supporting the overall anti inflammatory nature of this well researched dietary approach. For seniors who are interested in plant forward eating but concerned about meeting their protein needs, hemp hearts represent one tool that can help bridge the gap. They provide complete protein while also contributing healthy fats, minerals, and fiber that support overall health. Let me share a practical protocol that combines hemp hearts with other longevity supporting foods into what I call the Simple Strength Protocol. This isn't a rigid diet plan, but rather a framework that many of my patients have found helpful for incorporating hemp hearts into a balanced approach to nutrition. The Simple Strength Protocol focuses on three key principles: complete proteins throughout the day, anti inflammatory foods at every meal, and nutrient dense options that are easy to prepare and digest. Hemp hearts naturally support all three of these principles. For breakfast, you might add hemp hearts to oatmeal along with berries and nuts, creating a meal rich in complete protein, antioxidants, and fiber. For lunch, hemp hearts can be sprinkled on salads with leafy greens and olive oil, providing protein and healthy fats that support nutrient absorption. At dinner, hemp hearts can be added to soups, stews, or grain bowls, boosting the protein content while adding a pleasant nutty flavor and satisfying texture. The versatility of hemp hearts makes them easy to incorporate regardless of your preferred cuisine or cooking style. Have you ever wondered why some dietary changes feel sustainable while others feel like constant struggle? This question relates directly to how hemp hearts might fit into your routine, and the answer might surprise you. As we age, our nutritional needs become both more important and more complex. We need adequate protein to maintain muscle mass, healthy fats for brain function, and anti inflammatory foods to support overall health. Hemp hearts address multiple needs simultaneously, which can simplify nutrition planning for busy seniors. The convenience factor cannot be overstated when it comes to nutrition for seniors. Many of my patients tell me that they know what they should be eating, but they struggle with the time and energy required to prepare complex, nutritious meals consistently. Hemp hearts require no preparation whatsoever. You can store them in your refrigerator and simply sprinkle them on whatever you're eating. This simplicity removes barriers to good nutrition and makes it easier to maintain consistent, healthy habits. Additionally, hemp hearts have a long shelf life when stored properly, making them a practical pantry staple. Unlike fresh proteins that require regular shopping trips and careful storage, hemp hearts can be purchased in larger quantities and stored for months without spoiling. This reliability is particularly important for seniors who may have limited mobility, transportation challenges, or simply prefer to minimize frequent shopping trips. Having nutritious, shelf stable options like hemp hearts available can provide peace of mind and nutritional security. I want to address a concern that some seniors express about trying new foods, especially as dietary needs and preferences may have become more specific over the years. The beauty of hemp hearts is their mild flavor and versatility, which makes them easy to incorporate even for people with particular tastes or dietary restrictions. Many of my patients who describe themselves as picky eaters or who have developed food sensitivities over the years find hemp hearts surprisingly acceptable. The neutral, nutty flavor doesn't overpower other foods, and the small size means they can be easily mixed into existing favorite dishes. For seniors managing diabetes, hemp hearts can be particularly beneficial because they provide protein and healthy fats without carbohydrates, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels when added to carbohydrate containing meals. However, as with any dietary change, people with diabetes should consult with their healthcare providers. Those following heart healthy diets often appreciate that hemp hearts provide plant based protein and omega 3 fatty acids, both of which align with recommendations for cardiovascular health. The absence of cholesterol and saturated fat makes hemp hearts a heart friendly protein option. Now, let me share some important information about how hemp hearts compare to other commonly recommended protein sources for seniors. This comparison might help you understand where hemp hearts might fit in your overall nutrition plan. Compared to protein powders, hemp hearts provide protein in a whole food form with additional nutrients like healthy fats and minerals. Many seniors find whole foods easier to digest than processed supplements, and hemp hearts require no mixing or special preparation. Compared to nuts, hemp hearts are often easier to chew and digest, making them suitable for seniors who may have dental challenges or digestive sensitivities. They also provide complete protein, while most nuts are incomplete protein sources. Compared to animal proteins, hemp hearts are typically easier to digest and may be less inflammatory for some people. They also provide fiber and healthy plant compounds that animal proteins lack, while still delivering all essential amino acids. The goal isn't to replace all other protein sources with hemp hearts, but rather to understand how they might complement your existing nutrition plan. Many of my patients find that hemp hearts work best as one component of a varied protein intake strategy. As we near the end of our discussion, I want to emphasize something crucial about nutrition for healthy aging that applies whether or not you choose to try hemp hearts. The most important factor in senior nutrition is consistency and sustainability, not perfection. Many seniors become overwhelmed by conflicting nutrition advice and end up making no changes at all. The key is identifying small, manageable changes that you can maintain long term rather than pursuing dramatic overhauls that are difficult to sustain. Whether that change is adding hemp hearts to your routine, increasing your vegetable intake, improving your hydration, or any other positive modification, the consistency of small changes often produces better results than sporadic attempts at major dietary overhauls. As we conclude today's discussion, I want to emphasize that the information I've shared about hemp hearts represents just one option among many for supporting your nutritional needs as you age. The most important thing is finding protein sources that you enjoy, can digest comfortably, and fit into your lifestyle and budget. Whether you choose to explore hemp hearts or prefer other protein sources, the goal is ensuring adequate nutrition to support your muscle health, energy levels, and overall vitality. Every person's nutritional needs and preferences are different, so what works well for one person might not be the best choice for another. Remember that making small, sustainable changes to your nutrition often produces better long term results than dramatic overhauls. If hemp hearts seem interesting to you, consider trying them for a few weeks to see how they fit into your routine and how your body responds. The key to successful nutrition changes at any age is patience, consistency, and working with healthcare providers who understand your individual health situation. What matters most is not finding the perfect food, but creating a sustainable approach to nutrition that supports your health goals and quality of life. Knowledge about nutritional options like hemp hearts empowers you to make informed decisions about your health. Whether you decide hemp hearts are right for you or not, understanding your options helps you take control of your nutritional future. If you found this nutritional information valuable and you're interested in learning more about foods that may support healthy aging, please watch the next video appearing on your screen right now. I've prepared it especially for subscribers of this channel, and it explores 5 common nutritional mistakes that many seniors make without realizing it, along with simple adjustments that may help optimize your energy and vitality. Thank you for joining me today to explore the nutritional potential of hemp hearts. Remember that knowledge is power when it comes to making informed decisions about your health, and I hope this information helps you feel more confident in your nutrition choices as you continue your journey toward healthy, vibrant aging.